All right, what's going on, everybody? Who be 186 back again with another live stream, and this is episode 5 of the Overrated podcast. This is who be 186. Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So this is the Traditionalist 101. And like you said, this is the fifth episode. Just to give a real quick update. I'm still not 100%. I'm still
Damn, still?
yeah, I'm still coughing here and there, but the coughing has gone a whole lot less, a lot less.
Mm.
But it seems like this the symptoms I've been having, like it seems like it's doing its best to linger inside my body. And I am getting a little fed up because it is annoying, tedious,
Well,
and
that's what
adrenaline.
viruses do.
Yeah, and it's funny, speaking of virus, I don't want to go too off, but I am liking the controversy of what the NBA players are having, with the with the NBA.
We can talk a little bit about it. It's fine. Like it's not. We can talk a little bit about it. I didn't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to spend 2 hours on a podcast again.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you've been saying that forever, and we still go past 2 hours. The last
Yeah,
one
but
we did
we're
was
definitely not doing. We're definitely not doing that today. I want to watch the Hurricanes game.
yeah. The Hurricane games, like, isn't there? Wait, but there's an NFL game on today.
I don't care about that.
Who's playing?
Cincinnati and Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's going to get some ratings. The two quarterbacks, with Joe Burrow
Not for me. Not for me. But
and what's his name?
yeah.
From Clemson. What's his name? Oh, I forgot his name.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I'm still pissed off that the Jets couldn't get him. But yeah, it is what it is. But back to the NFL real quick. Like I honestly like
NBA.
NBA. I honestly like excuse me. I actually like like, especially what Bradley Beal had said. I don't know if you caught his
Well,
post
he's
conference.
completely wrong, by the way. But
I
I
don't
know that's not gonna stop you.
like, you could say that he's wrong, but to me, I had
No. I'm not disagreeing with his. I'm not disagreeing with his points. I'm saying that he is factually wrong with what he
okay,
said.
what is he factually wrong about?
The vaccine. The vaccine is not a cure. It's never been a cure. That's what. And he said, well, you get vaccinated and you still catch it. Yeah, no shit, because it's not a cure. He sounded like an idiot saying what he said because it's not true.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Um,
Like I said, if these guys don't want, look, here's my overall point. If these guys don't want to get it, that's fine. There's 100% okay. You want to risk your money, fine. But there are consequences for your actions. These businesses are there because they're not interested in losing money like they did last year. They're not they're not going to, just like with the NFL, just like with all the other sports leagues. They're not canceling games this year over this. They want the season to go back to normal. And the easiest way for them to get everything back to normal right now is the vaccine. Whether you agree with it or not. That's the easiest way for them to get it to get everything at least back to normal. And I think most franchises, I know the Heat do this. I don't know if every other team does this. Every staff member, every employee of the Miami Heat has to get vaccinated, right?
yeah.
Every employee of the Miami Heat has to get vaccinated in order for them to work. So, the only people who don't fall for that is the players because of their union, right? But like you said, if you're part of an organization, you have all these people, especially you have people who are probably older in some areas, who are more susceptible to the virus. They see these players taking. They see the Kyries and Beals and Andrew Wiggins. They're all saying all this shit. What the fuck?
Wasn't there
Mm.
somebody else? So that guy from Orlando, didn't he say something?
Jonathan Isaac, yeah,
Him,
yeah,
yes.
all these guys who don't want to take it. Like like you have everyone who don't have the millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars that you guys do. They're taking the vaccine because they're it's dependent on their job to do it. They're dependent on their livelihood to do it. And for you to say, oh well, I'm above it, it's a bad look in my opinion. So like I said, like they can do what they want, but this is a business at the end of the day. So go. God.
What's wrong?
No, I'm having trouble with the link.
Oh yeah, you're trying to share the link with everybody, right?
Yeah. But go ahead. Give your thoughts.
I think what's been going on with with the vaccine is that everybody don't a lot of people don't trust it. A lot of people have questions, and what Bradley Beal said. Now you could if you say he's factually wrong, yeah, I think I agree with that. But he also did say I can't say everything what he said verbatim, but he said something around those lines like you know for those of you who are vaccinated, and if I'm not vaccinated, you guys are fine. You guys, like, are you guys going to be able to, spread the virus whether you're vaccinated or not? Like he was asking, good questions that none of the reporters could really answer.
Go ahead. Who is he supposed to talk to? Is he supposed to talk to reporters or talk to doctors?
Well, they was asking him the question. You remember that?
That's fine, but if he's so interested in this, talk to a doctor. It's not like he don't know one.
Uh,
Talk to a doctor.
um. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he has, plenty of doctors he could probably he has access to. But again, he doesn't want something, to enter his body because he doesn't trust it. And he even also mentioned what I had mentioned to you before that, a lot of people that took the vaccine, had symptoms, people got sick, and people died afterwards. So he has every right to, feel, skeptical or be reluctant to take something when he saw negative effects to other people. I
Okay,
understand that.
okay, but here's the thing: did they die because of the vaccine?
They died right after.
They die? Did they die because of the vaccine?
I don't know.
Okay,
I think that's what he was
all
implying.
right, then tell that nigga to talk to a doctor. A lot of these, like, to me, I think a lot of them are just being ignorant because they don't want to take the vaccine, which is fine. But don't pretend that it's nothing more than that. Don't pretend. Oh, I'm just asking questions. No, the fuck you ain't. Because if you were, you would be talking to an actual doctor.
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You're
Yeah, my camera came off because I'm trying to fix something. But as long as you can hear me,
yeah.
um, no, I understand what you are saying about that. Like I do, and the company wants to run a business. uh,
It's not targeting. Stop it.
my bad. I'm now sneezing.
No. I'm talking about the game. Like, I
Um,
like.
man, what's all this sneezing going on? Okay, so again, he has questions, he has concerns, and I get it.
Who's he talking to? That's the thing. That's the question. Who's he talking to? All these dudes who say they have concerns, like it's not like this virus showed up yesterday. To
I
me,
know.
to me, I just don't buy it. I just don't buy the fake concern from some of these, especially from Kyrie. You know what I mean? Like I don't buy it. But like
You
I
don't
said,
you don't buy you think so you think Kyrie is full of crap again.
yeah, I always feel like he's full of crap. That's not my thing. Like that's no surprise. But like I said, but
Okay.
my overall point is this: if you don't want to take it, that's fine. But there are consequences for for your action. There are consequences for your decisions. And if you're willing to to lose all that money because you don't want to put something in your body, but when you get sprained ankles, when you get broken bones, you know, sprain like torn hamstring and stuff like that, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do your research, or you're gonna go to a doctor. You know what
Uh,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So like like yeah, I just think a lot of it is just BS on their part. But
Yeah,
like I
I'm
said,
trying.
I'm not going, like, it is what it is. So if they're gonna do it, be my guest. But anyway, go ahead. Give your last thoughts, and then we can get started.
Uh, yeah, my bad. Like I'm
Hmm.
like trying to freaking. I unplugged the
What
the
what
web.
what was going on? What's wrong?
No, I unplugged the webcam by accident, and then I plugged it
Oh.
back in. But you know how you see the mute button, then it says start cam, and then you
Hmm.
see cam and mic. The one where it says start cam is red, and I'm trying to like get it out of there. And it's not working.
Mm.
So, well, I mean, whatever. I mean, people could still hear us, but
Hmm.
while we're talking, I'm trying to like get this thing fixed.
Okay.
So overall, they have questions. I know how you say they should just talk to a doctor,
Hmm.
but I don't think that's good enough for them. I honestly don't
Of
think
course not.
I honestly don't think that's good enough for them.
Of
They
course not.
because again, when you see negative effects towards other people, that's going to bring that could bring concern to anybody. And if they feel like in their gut that it's something that they shouldn't take, then hey, we this is the land of the free. If you don't want to take it, don't take it.
That's
You
fine,
should,
but that's fine. It is the land of the free. So they don't have to take it, but there are consequences for not taking it.
yeah,
And if they feel like, if they're okay with that, then hey, by all means, do what you gotta do. Do
yeah,
what you gotta do.
yeah.
All right. So let's officially start the podcast. Right
Hmm.
now, my friend Steve here, Traditionalist 101. He is also a huge Nintendo fan boy, right?
Whatever,
so
whatever.
so he watched the Nintendo Direct a couple days ago, right? So obviously we're not gonna go through the whole thing. If you want to hear thoughts on Nintendo Direct, I did a video with Nintendo Gamer a couple days ago. Check that out. But what were the stuff that stood out to you the most on that Direct?
All right, let's get one thing clear. Like you keep saying I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. Like I don't think I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. I know you were a huge Sony fanboy. That's what
Let me
you
let me
are.
let me ask you let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Um, did I ever sleep overnight to buy a console?
No,
Waited in line to buy something, to buy a PlayStation product?
yeah, they're games.
No, 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 not, no. I'm talking about overnight in the morning, camping in a line.
No, no, wait,
Okay.
we did that for Call of Duty.
No, 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 no. We didn't camp in line. We did it. We did. That was the midnight line. That's normal. I'm
Mm,
talking about.
I don't know why that's not why all of a sudden that's an
I'm
exception.
talking about camping in line to get a hold of a certain item.
Sure.
Only one of us did that for a console. What console you did that for, Steve?
Yeah, I did that for the Nintendo Wii.
Okay.
Well, that
Yeah.
doesn't that doesn't mean anything. Like that, I tried so hard to get it at just normal regular time, but every single time when I went to a Best Buy or Target or Walmart when I used to shop at Walmart at the time, they didn't have anything available, so I had no choice but to spend the night.
That's a convenient excuse. Anyways, talk about the direct. What do you like about the direct?
Okay. There were a few games that I was interested in, but there were some games I'm just like okay, whatever. But the first thing that they introduced was the Monster Hunter game,
Hmm.
and I felt that now with Monster Hunter I never actually played one, and what's funny, I actually bought one a while ago for the Wii, but I never actually played it.
Hmm.
And but this one looks like it's promising. I haven't really necessarily seen a bad review for any Monster Hunter game, so it's about time that I should actually try to um you know
There are
actually buy
Monster
one.
Hunter. There's a Monster Hunter game on the Xbox and PlayStation. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You played that one?
No.
Did you buy it?
No.
And now you all of a sudden you're interested?
Remember, I have one for the Wii. I just never played it.
Okay, I didn't ask you that. I asked you did you play the one on the other consoles you have,
No.
on the other non Nintendo console you have,
No.
and now you want to play one?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Now, there was let me see something here. Like there was another game that I thought that was really interesting. Wait, hold on. Before I continue, you're not a fan of Monster Hunter, right?
I don't care about the series.
You never cared about the series.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I guess you got no.
Regardless of console, didn't care.
Yeah, sure. The second game that they announced was the Mario Party Superstars, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm completely not interested in. I am not interested in Mario Party Superstars. I wasn't really never interested in any Mario Party game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so let's move on from that. Voice of Cards, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. I was never interested in any card game ever since I was a kid. I was never interested in card games because ever since I was a child, whenever there was some type of card game that was available, I
Mm-hmm.
always felt I always felt like I was being ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted, obviously, I wanted actual gameplay. I want to see
So
the actual
you
character.
never liked Yu-Gi-Oh?
The cartoon anime, yes, but not the games.
Oh, okay.
I was just never interested in the games. Like if when we talk about card games, I have to actually play legit card games, like real life, like
Mm,
interaction with my friends or family,
okay.
but not on the video game. So what are your thoughts on that voice of card game?
I didn't know about it. Don't care about it.
Okay, so let's move on. This goes aside. Okay, this one looks like something I would probably be interested in because it's basically about a guy who's a detective,
Mm-hmm.
and he lost his memory, and it's basically like I guess a puzzle slash mystery type of game. And when it comes to puzzles, I always love puzzles, which is one of the reasons why I always liked the Resident Evil franchise,
Mm-hmm.
because they had puzzles that you had to really think. And while you had to think, obviously you had to survive, with all the zombies and monsters that's luring around. So it was always something that I was really interested in playing. I really
Do you
did
have the
want.
name of it?
Yeah, it's called Disco Asylum.
Oh, Elysium.
Elysium, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That
Yeah.
I believe that game is also on multiple platforms that you own. But continue.
Oh, it is.
I think so. Let me look it up real quick.
Let me see if I could
I'll do it on my phone. I don't have to do it on here. It'll be quicker.
yeah, that's what it's called, Elysium.
Di-
Can you see the screen?
no, pop it up.
I guess it's not working. I put it on share, and yeah, I think what happened when I unplugged like nothing seems to be working. Hmm. Well, at least my mic is working, but
Like okay, so like I said, it's on PS4, Xbox One, and it's also on the Switch. And now you decide to buy it. All of a sudden, you want to buy it on the Switch.
yes, I want to buy it on the Switch. And I
Okay.
don't see I don't see nothing wrong with buying it on the Switch. What problem do you see me buying it on the Switch?
No, it's fine. I will conclude my thoughts after this. Continue. What's the next game? What was something else that interested you?
Let me see. They also brought up this oh wait before I continue. This is what annoyed me also about the game though. They are having a digital copy, which I think is released on October 12th, but the physical copy is not available until early 2022.
That's actually not. That's not uncommon.
Wait, hold on, explain. I don't understand this. Go ahead.
Most like a lot of games that come out digitally, they will release later on physical. Like, cause obviously I still go to GameStop once in a while, and there's definitely several games that I bought that only released physical, that were I mean that only released digital, that came out physical a couple months later, and you see it in the store.
Why?
Honestly, I think the reason why, I think, is to get people who are more casual to get it. And normally those games on physical are cheaper actually. Some game, not every game is cheaper. It depends on the game. But a lot of times it's yeah, they do that.
Hmm. All right, give me one quick second. Let me take
Mhm.
this thing out.
All right, so now he's gone. All right, while we wait for him to reconnect, um, yeah, yeah, while he reconnected, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you guys how much of a Nintendo fanboy he actually is. He's always trying to deny it, but which is fine. I don't care. Like, oh, there he is. Let me put him back on. Okay, all right, good. You're back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything seems fine. You are sweating a bit, but
Yeah, and the only reason why you're able to notice was because I finally got my camera fixed. The actual camera, not the stupid freaking camera for the for the MacBook.
hmm
No, I'm actually using the one for uh the one that I bought at Guitar Center.
okay, okay, all right. So,
But you
all
could
right,
tell the quality is better.
yeah, it's much better, much better. But
Yeah.
anyways, go ahead. Disco Elysium. What was the last game you were talking about?
No, no, we was talking about how stupid it was. How stupid it was
Oh
that
yeah, yeah, for digital, and yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's more common than you think.
I look the reason why I don't like it. Let me turn my light on. The reason why I don't like it is because it kind of, well, I don't want to use the word force, but it seems like, okay, the game is now, it's available now, but I want the physical copy, but I want to play it now. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
I understand. I understand. I
yeah.
understand.
So it kind of puts me in a position to where, okay, it's now I have to force myself to wait in order to get the physical copy.
Well, you have to also remember, it's not a guarantee. Like, most likely, most games will have a physical copy, but it's not guaranteed. So you don't want to waste your time waiting for a physical copy for a game that never comes out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. So, me personally, I rather, if it's available digital, I rather just buy it digital. You know what I mean? Like
It
if
seems like more and more you're starting to support more digital games more and more.
no, no, I mean, like I said, when I get the Xbox Series S, I will. I mean, it's gonna be a Game Pass. Whoa, you're glitching.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know. This is just so bad timing. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
seeing that I'm glitching. I don't know why.
I mean, it seems fine. You're glitching a little bit, but
No,
anyway.
on my end, like I'm seeing myself glitching a lot.
hmm
I'm seeing, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the camera or I don't know if it's the connection.
mm. But yeah, okay. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, like, to me, like, when I get the new Xbox, I'm probably just going to I'm probably it's my game. It's gonna be a Game Pass machine, basically. It's a Game Pass machine. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna just leave it as this for now because I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
I'll try to fix it later.
Okay. All right. What else?
Um. All right. What was the other thing? All right. The Hyrule Warriors. Okay. The reason why I was never really a fan because obviously to me it's a ripoff of Dynasty Warriors.
It pretty
Pretty
much
much.
is Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah. Well, I like to call it a ripoff. I like to call it a ripoff because they're basically doing the exact same thing. Like to me, I didn't really see much of a difference between the two games.
Yeah, cause they're the same game. It just has like Zelda paraphernalia all over it. Like it's the same game.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
and you know people say the Dynasty War. People are like, oh, there's nuance to the Dynasty War games. Look. As far as I'm concerned, all I see is this. You're just shooting. You're just not shooting. You're just slashing and dashing a bunch of dudes and barren wastelands. Like that's all I see.
yeah,
So yeah. What
yeah.
else?
But were you ever a fan of the original Dynasty Warriors?
No, no.
Oh,
It's
you
just
never.
hacking. No, it's just hacking slash for the sake of being hacking slash. That's all it is.
That's funny. Hack and slash just for the sake of being hack and slash. I never heard of that one, but that's actually funny. Okay, so you were never interested in the original. All right, so okay, that's fine. Can you see the screen yet?
No,
Okay, so you can only see
I
my
only see yeah.
my logo. Okay. All right. So the other game that I saw that I I mean I'm not really interested in this either. Well, actually, no. You know what? You know what? No, I think I really am interested in this one. Okay. The the um the Kirby game.
Okay. Finally, you mentioned the game that I'm actually interested in.
Okay. Now, when it comes to Kirby, right? I
Hmm.
feel like it's about time that we have an actual adventure, Kirby game where you're because ever since Super Nintendo days, they would make a lot of Kirby games, but they were Kirby games like I forgot what that Kirby game, the one where it's like you're playing golf. I'm pretty sure you played that one.
Damn, I don't remember.
Yeah, where you had to go into a hole. That was a very fun Kirby game, but ever since I was a kid, I never really got a chance to play a traditional, adventure, Kirby game.
Hmm.
And with the DS, they had a couple of Kirby games where it was 2D. They had one that was like Kirby, Epic Yarn. That one was pretty good. My brother loved that game. But as far as everything else, I really always wanted to get a chance to play an actual adventure Kirby game. So what are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, the game. I told Nintendo Gamer this. Like it looks good. I like the way it looks. I'm I like I said I don't know if I'm willing to buy a Switch for it, but
Then you don't care about it. Then you don't care about it. Like it don't. This is the stuff that I was talking about you. You keep saying how you are into certain games, but when there's an opportunity for you to buy the console to play a couple of games, you're not interested. You're not.
the game has to be special in order for me to buy that garbage.
How can a game be special and garbage at the same time?
No, I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the console. The game has to be special for me to buy that garbage.
But you have multiple games on the console that you could play.
What are you talking about?
There's the Kirby game that you obviously want to play. You obviously
Hmm.
have Smash Brothers that's on there. You
Hmm.
obviously you have
Here's the problem with Smash Brothers, right? And you are right. Like I've grown to appreciate that game more and more. But the problem is that when you guys aren't there, what am I gonna do with the game?
wait, what are you talking about?
If you When you guys are not there, what am I gonna do with the game?
Play the game.
By myself?
Yeah, just play the game. Like they have single player mode on there.
No,
They got the story mode on there.
no, that's a game that needs to be played multiplayer. Like
Um,
to me that game is more fun with multiplayer.
Okay, okay. So what you're basically saying is, without us coming over or you coming over to our place, what you're basically saying, the game is useless.
Yeah, for me, yeah. Unless, well, not completely. Like, like they have a lot of characters that I can practice with, but like that game is more that game. Like Smash Brothers is fun when you're playing with multiple people, and the problem with Nintendo's online is that it stinks. Like, like it is what it is, right? I mean, you have the console. You know what the deal is.
Yeah, yeah. I have the console, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's
It's not good, and if it was good, I probably would have had one by now.
yeah, sure you
Because
would.
no, I'm being serious. If it was good, I would have had one by now.
Hmm.
But we could talk about that a little bit later. I mean, is there anything else that you like? Because I did tell you not to go through the whole conference, and I feel like we're going through the whole conference.
All right, so all right, let's skip a whole bunch of obviously there were games that I'm not interested in, that you're not interested in, like Animal Crossing, no. The Mario update with the golf, no.
Get the
Um,
fuck out of Get the fuck out of here.
wait, what? Oh, you talking about your game, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, the Mario update, with that stupid golf game. No, I like that. That's the one thing I'm always, frustrates me about Nintendo, is that if you're going to make a golf game, if you're going to make, a tennis game or basketball game, like you use, real characters. Like, why do you have to put Mario on everything?
Bro, because that's
And
their cash cow.
look,
That's their cash cow.
like I understand if you want to put Mario on the front cover because people will buy it because Mario is a recognizable character, and other companies do it. They do it with Sonic. Sega does it with Sonic. You see that with Crash, a little bit. With Crash Team Racing and Crash, and back in the day, they had Crash Bash. Like, look, I understand when you use a character that people recognize, they will probably convince them to buy their games because you are a fan of that character. But at the end of the day, like sometimes you got to take some risks, in my opinion. If you're going to make a
And
soccer game,
Nintendo's not interested in doing that.
yeah, if you're going to
At
make
least not with their software.
yeah, if you're going to make a game, like, come on, it's like make a new make a game with new characters and see if obviously if people are interested in playing that game, and if they're not, then scrap it, then move on. But yeah, yeah, so let's move on from that. Now, I'm not interested in Star Wars. Um, Dying Light. Uh, I did not know exactly if I was willing to give that game a try. Um, but
You
isn't
would
isn't that,
if you
isn't,
if,
isn't
no,
that
I
game?
know I know you weren't. I know you're not interested because you would have played that game when it came out like 5 years ago.
Is it? Yeah, that game came out for the Xbox and PlayStation, right?
Hmm.
All right. How do you feel about the game?
It's not. I seen gameplay of it. It looks like a good game, but like for me, doing like first person games of that nature without really shooting is not for me.
Wait,
It's
there's no
not for
shooting.
me.
There's no shooting at all.
I'm sure there's some shooting in it, maybe, but like it's more of a action platformer type game, but in first person.
Action platformer.
Hmm.
Mm. Mm. Nah. Like that. Honestly, that was actually one of the reasons why I felt a little, iffy about the game, because I wish it was, third person than first person.
Hmm.
So that was mainly the reason why I never actually tried the game out, because I was just disappointed that it wasn't a third person game. That was
Okay.
pretty
Well,
much
since you're
it.
not interested, we can move on.
Yeah, sure. All right, let me share this real quick. Okay, you can still see the screen, right?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me go to the. Yeah, I think this is the game right here.
Yeah, Dying Light. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is the game, and yeah. Look, I completely understand. That maybe you might get a much better, clear perspective by going first person. But I think when it comes to like experience and actually experience the whole parkour and everything, I honestly believe it would actually be better to see that in third person, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's that game. Now there was another game that was called oh crap, I don't think I wrote that one down. Oh yeah, see, available February. No, I don't. I think I'm gonna pass on that. At least for now, because I actually want to play it on the actual consoles, on the superior consoles, I should say.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the
Now
next,
you say. Now you say that. Go ahead.
Metroid. That game, I think that is one of the biggest games that I'm actually interested in playing.
It's Dread, right?
Yeah, Dread. Yes,
Okay.
that game right there, dude. I'm sorry having. I know you're not a huge Nintendo Metroid. Or here it is right here. I understand that you're not a big Metroid Prime game fan or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, that game looks amazing. That game looks amazing. And
Is that it? Is that it right there?
no. This is the dang, I don't think I wrote it down. No, I didn't write that one down. I wasn't really this is the basically the what you call it. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
here it is.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the one that I care about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put the audio too loud, but yeah, this game right here, I've been waiting for a new Metro game for a very long time. Um, the story modes, they're not really that much appealing.
Mm-hmm.
This game is mainly obviously for gameplay. They do have some puzzles that's in it as far as the franchise goes.
Yeah. Yeah. It look good. It look good. Like, but let me ask you a question. You do know that there's Metro Prime 4 supposedly coming, right?
Oh, there's a 4 that's coming out.
Oh, you didn't know?
I heard. I thought it was just a rumor.
No, it's. Oh, I mean, it's real, but like we don't know. I mean, it is in development, but we have
Hmm.
no idea when it's gonna come out. It's been in development hell, but okay.
Now, honestly, how do you feel about this game? Is this something that you would actually try?
I'm not a fan of Metroid. Never been a fan of Metroid ever since the beginning. Um, I think if because like you said, there are certain Metroidvania games that I do like Guacamelee. I do like Guacamelee a lot, so that's a Metroidvania game. Um, so I mean, if like I said, I mean, I'm not gonna buy a Switch for it, but if you have it at your place, and then if I have an opportunity to play, I'll give it a try.
I'm actually surprised you said that because do you remember the time when you came over to play the Metro Prime game for the GameCube?
No, actually, I know I don't remember.
Oh wow, yeah, you. It was a long time ago, obviously, but you came over, you played the one for the GameCube, and you actually said the game was fine, but it still wasn't something that you would that you would buy the GameCube for, and it seems like your position hasn't changed.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is absolutely a game I want to play. All right, now this is something I think you would definitely be interested in the Nintendo Switch online. Um,
It's funny. Me. Like, I'm glad you brought that up. No, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
you're not.
No, but
Wait, wait, why not?
look, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. Right, and I told this to Nintendo Gamer, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. Right, the fact that they have the nerve to charge people more money for their online without actually improving it is dog shit. The fact that they have new game, like, it's one thing to have It's one thing to have N64 games on a higher tier. Get the fuck out of here. Get the ball. Oh my god. Okay, okay, we have it. All right. It's one thing to have N64 games on a higher tier. I can understand that to an extent.
Okay.
But the fact that you have Sega Genesis games on that same tier, when I would argue that that the Super Nintendo games, by and large, look better and they're on a cheaper tier, makes no sense to me. The whole idea of a higher tier and having those games locked to a higher tier makes no sense to me.
It makes no sense.
No,
Okay, so but you are okay that the 64 is on a higher tier. Why?
I can accept it more because higher graphics, better graphics.
But the 64, like you actually think the graphics look good now?
I mean, not now, but they're definitely more advanced than Super Nintendo at 16-bit graphics.
I mean,
But the fact that they had the balls to decrease the price of their online service when it's universally known as being garbage, like it's not surprising.
I
It's
thought
not surprising.
how much is it?
It's only $20 a year, so it's not.
Right. So what's the problem?
No, but the thing is that the online service is not good. It's not good at all. It's not, and you had the balls to improve it, and you think that and they're literally charging you money to play these games. They're charging you money to play these games, and let's be real, a lot of these games can be emulated, can be played for free.
Nintendo, Nintendo's gonna stop that.
Of course, but that doesn't mean there ain't places where you can find something. You know what I'm saying? We know why they're trying to stop it because they're greedy. Like that's just how it is. They're greedy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I want a regular, Nintendo, online service where you have access to all of their Nintendo games, all of their Super Nintendo games, and vice and so on and so on. I already know they're not going to do that.
But
The
the
thing,
problem is, wait. Here's the thing, though, right? Wasn't the Nintendo the virtual console? No, it's not gonna have every game on there. But it wasn't the virtual console. Didn't they have a large number of old school games on there?
the Virtual Console,
Yeah.
ah, they it. I mean, they had a lot of a lot of games, but trust me, I wanted more. It wasn't really that much. I
All right.
wanted
So
more.
want to give a shout out to No Cam. He put a chat like not a lot of online intensive games on Nintendo, so Nintendo Online baffles me. Now here's the thing, right? The one thing that I do like about the whole Nintendo Online thing, I do like the fact that they put some of the older games and put online in them.
Yeah.
I do like that, but I think people would be more okay if the online in general was good. Like if I can do four player Smash Brothers online and not lag to a crawl, that would be fine for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the overall, like I feel like Nintendo is prioritizing charging people for online for these games than they are charging for online to guarantee their customers at least a good online experience. That's what it feels like to me.
So so what you're basically saying is who cares if they're adding, online and all the, classic games if the online's not good, like basically who cares?
No, I just feel like if you're going to do that, if you're going to do something like that, prioritize the online more. Prioritizing the online.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's move on. Now you said you wanted to talk about the controllers. What did you want to say about the controllers?
Well, like I told Nintendo Gamer, like I'm 50-50 on it. Like I said, the controllers are being remade. So, and if you're going to remake a controller, you're gonna charge like people think that $50 is too much for the controller. Me personally, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it as long as you can use those. Like it's one thing to use the Sega Genesis controller. I get it if you can't play newer games on there on newer Switch game with the controller. It only has three face buttons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I that's fine. But if these controllers are gonna cost $50, they're wireless, so they're doing everything to recreate it, and I appreciate that, and I do feel like if companies are going to recreate the stuff that they were making before, they should be able to charge for it. They should be able to make a profit off of it.
Okay, but here's the problem though. I don't ever recall those controllers being $50 before. If this is the exact same components, exact same technology that was used back then, why are you charging more money?
No, because you guys keep asking for old shit, and if you're gonna ask for old shit, all right, fine, but you're gonna pay for it.
Okay, but those controllers were not worth $50 back then.
Hey,
And I'm including the Sega Genesis. It's not just Nintendo I'm talking crap about. Sega. Wait, who is Sega and Nintendo have some type of partnership with this?
obviously, yeah.
Okay, both controllers are $50. So you mean to tell me that when I get this game and when I make this purchase, I am going to have to buy a $50 Nintendo 64 controllers and a $50 Sega Genesis controllers? Get the hell out of here, man! I'm
I
not
mean,
doing that.
you don't have to buy both. You don't have to buy either. Like you just buy one if you want one. To me, this is pure nostalgia. So if you want an N64 replica controller and it costs $50, then spend the $50. If
you're not
not, then
you're not going to experience the full nostalgia, quote unquote, if you don't have the controllers.
nah, not no. Come on, like I play, dude. You know, I play like Sega Genesis games on a Super Nintendo controller before. Like it's not a big deal.
I'm sorry. See, you to be okay with this, but yet you hate when Nintendo bring old games and they charge you 50 $60 for it, but you were definitely not okay with that. But you're okay with old technology coming out and charge double the price? I don't get it.
I don't know. I put a higher value on. Well, not I wouldn't say higher value, but like I get that this is just nostalgia. You don't need it. You don't need it. But if you want it, there you can have it. It's right there.
Yeah,
This
for
fucking
50.
team can't. Yo, this team can't tackle a
Look at this.
mannequin.
Look at this.
Hmm.
49.99
Okay.
each.
Okay.
That's the problem that I have. Each. You
Okay.
mean you mean to tell me a controller that probably I can't now look, don't quote me on this, but I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure these controllers were not $40 back then.
No, I don't know, man. I felt like they were pretty expensive back then. Maybe because I don't make as much money as I do now, but they felt expensive back then.
I don't ever recall seeing these controllers nowhere near a $50 price tag. And you
Hmm.
mean to tell me again? I think the only difference between these and the classic ones were this is wireless
So, and I think that's a big deal.
for a
And I
fifty
think
dollar
that's a big
price tag.
deal. Yeah, I think that's a big deal. That for it to be like if they're recreating the controller, they're recreating the look of it, the feel of it, and they're making it wireless. I don't see what the problem is.
Oh my gosh, these are
Honestly,
old
honestly,
controllers,
that's fine,
and they should
but they're
nowhere be
being
this type of price.
recreated. They're being recreated to give people that niche of playing N64 games. And since they introduced a bunch of N64 games, they're gonna introduce the controller.
Yeah, which actually both controllers you actually gave it a low rating on your YouTube channel.
No,
Yeah, you
no,
did.
I gave the Genesis. I think I put as a C.
Average.
Yeah, the
You gave it an
N64.
average grade.
Yeah,
Average.
the N64 controller is one of the worst controllers ever made. I stand by that.
This one, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't like the three. I never liked the three handles, and I think I mentioned every time I played the game, I constantly had to look down at the controller because the yellow button is what threw me off constantly.
Hmm.
They were small. The weird thing is when Sega had the other face buttons underneath, I
Hmm.
was okay with it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it, and even if they had a controller like this now, I think I'll be fine with it. But I remember you mentioned you would prefer the shoulder
No,
button.
yeah, I prefer shoulder buttons overall. It is. I'm just used to it. I like. Yeah, I'm just used to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine. But with this, with the 64 controller, yeah, every time I had a game, especially when I would play, Zelda, Mario, or whatever, or GoldenEye, I constantly had to look down to see which button I'm supposed to press. Like it was just too confusing. And
The controller is garbage. Like there's no denying it. But at the end of the day, they're recreating these controllers. They've they made it wireless. I'm sure the functionality in some of these on some of these controllers are better. I can't hate on them for the price.
oh my goodness,
I just can't. But
on
anyways,
old technology, on old technology. All right, let's.
all right. But anyway, is it? I mean, is there anything else that you want to talk about, or can we just move on to the next topic?
um, Let me see. Yeah, yeah, there is one more because you mentioned it. I actually want to talk about it.
Hmm.
I really do want to talk about the movie.
Okay.
Go. I
Okay.
want to hear your thoughts first.
Okay. As far as the casting, listen, it will be better than the OG Mario Brothers movie. It
Okay.
will be. I
Uh
think the
huh.
fact that it's animated, I think is a good thing.
Okay.
Um, as far as the casting goes, like I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like but it will be better than the OG movie. Now
Oh,
you remember I remember asking you about this, and you it's been a long time since you've seen the OG Mario Brothers movie.
yeah, I can't really remember so much of it. It was just so long ago. And I never ever watched it since after that. So I can't
Hmm.
really remember, too much um, you know, about that movie.
Hmm.
But when it comes to this, I'm actually a little bit perplexed of some of the casting.
Hmm.
Um, for example, um, what's that dude name? Chris.
Hmm.
Being played as he's gonna do the voice of Mario.
Hmm.
I don't when okay when we all grew up playing a Mario game, like you obviously can recognize the voice of the character, how he looks and everything. So I'm trying to figure out how is he going to be able to duplicate the voice, the personality. I mean, I understand that you're just reading from a piece of paper, but whatever you see on screen still has to match of what the person is saying on paper. If you understand what I'm saying, like you still
I
have to
I get what you're saying, but like
you still have to feel the emotion and everything of what the person is saying. But if you automatically could tell that this is not his voice, like I don't think it'll you will have the exact same experience as this is a of a Mario character. You know what I mean?
here's what I think they're going to do with the movie, right? And I've been thinking about this. I think they're going to modernize the movie, so Mario's not going to have that little squeaky voice that he had back in the past. I think he's going to sound like how Chris Pratt sounds like. That's what I think.
Really, like
Mhm.
exactly like Chris.
Mhm.
Oh snap. Um. You know what? Yeah. You know what? You could be right.
Because let's be real. Like I seen some. I have to watch the whole movie, but I saw some of the Sonic movie, and
Did you like it?
no, it's a good movie. I do have to. I want to watch the whole. I want to watch the whole movie. But
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie.
yeah. But did you ever like? I know Sonic. I know they've had cartoon shows with Sonic. They've had Sonic. Does he have a universal sounding voice? You know what I mean? Like as far as
Yeah.
like
Well, the thing is, I think all the cast has been different, but when you watch the classic Sonic the Sonic X, there was another Sonic game where cartoon where he was more of a badass. He
hmm
had like a more of an attitude. Most of all the Sonic characters, even though they had different casts, they almost sound exactly the same,
yeah,
and that includes the the live action movie. Now here's the thing. I think I overheard Nintendo Gamer tell you um they could have done a Mario live action because they did the same thing with Sonic.
yeah, that's true.
They did the exact same thing with Sonic, and I think they did a phenomenal job, with that movie.
Yeah, but you also have to take into account that they took Sonic and they took him into a into a world that is familiar. So it's not like because you see what made the original Mario Brothers movie so fucking terrible is that they took the character
Hmm.
from New York to this fantasy Mario world that looked nothing like the Mario world. You know what I'm saying? They were literally in the slums, but since the people who created the game didn't fucking play the game, like it didn't look like that at all.
Right.
They just created a world that they thought looked like Mario, but it wasn't.
Well, but what wasn't the world like all like I don't know like dull and
Yeah, and that's not Mario.
yeah
That's
like
not Mario.
yeah because obviously oh there it is Chris Pratt you can see that right
hmm
yeah yeah when see that was the thing when you look at Mario you obviously thinking of the bright colors. But before I continue, this chick, I think she's gonna do well. I don't know if you
Why?
remember. I don't know if you remember, but did you see the movie? What was the movie that she was in? Did you see that movie Split?
Oh no, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. She was actually one of the main characters
hmm
in in that movie. And if you ever see like give Split a try. I know you're not a movie person, but give Split a try. They did a phenomenal job. James, the same guy that played as Professor X
hmm
in the later X-Men movies, he did a phenomenal job of playing different characters in one body. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And I really like how her performance, her execution, her acting, overall acting, she did a very good job. So I trust that, and I have faith that she will do well, in this movie because I really like how she played in that. Even though they're two completely different movies,
hmm
I'm glad that they're giving her a chance because I don't remember seeing her anywhere else after that movie, and that movie did a phenomenal job. So I'll just look her up, later to see what else she has done and see whatever. Uh, Now, how do you feel about? I gotta ask you this one. I really have to ask you about this one. How do you feel about Michael Key playing playing as Toad?
I that threw me for a loop. But like I said before, right? I think that they're going to modernize the movie. Like I think they're going to let them be themselves more than likely, and just portraying these characters. So you're not gonna get the squeaky voices. You're not gonna get none of that stuff. You're gonna get. I think you're gonna get them.
Yeah, there it is. Yep, there it
hmm
is.
You're going.
um,
You're yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, I think okay, what you're saying, does make sense, but I feel like we will not get that, that nostalgia, of what because regardless of how you feel about Mario or how anybody feels like feel about Mario, because we grew up, with him. And look, even I know we're like millennials, and this was like so long ago, but the next generation, I think what Generation Z, I think they're called.
hmm
Like they all recognize who Mario is too. Like why do you think Mario still continue to sells and people still going nuts? They're capturing little kids all over again, like how it captured us. So I'm very confused about if it doesn't match, their voice. I think it basically ruins the whole premise of the movie.
I mean,
At least for me, because we recognize how these characters sound like.
yeah, but
And
I'm also someone who don't like the way a lot of these characters sound, and there's someone who is smart enough and clever enough to make. Because look, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the movie being good. That's all that matters.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
but emotions still count.
What emotion?
Okay. All right, I don't
I
want.
mean, we're gonna sit there and act like Mario is on the same level as Uncharted when it comes to cinematic. As far as cinematics, no, like it's a mascot movie. That's all it
No,
is.
okay, but that does not matter. You still have to have, some type of connection when you're watching, a particular movie. That's why you
Okay, but
connect. That is why you connect with characters. That is why fans get upset when characters get replaced, and that is why fans get upset when casts voice acting get replaced. People don't
okay,
like it.
okay,
So
but
what? So
all
when
right,
I'm so here's what I'm saying.
here,
Though. Look. So what I'm saying is that a lot of these, directors, they know this already. They know this. This is why a lot of people don't watch, certain cartoons or anime anymore because the cast has been replaced. And we don't see them, in live action because it's a cartoon.
look, the fact that this movie is cartoon, I think will be better. Like they can do all that. They can give you all the scenery of all the Mario games that's come out. They can do all of that. But if they can let these characters, okay, look, a lot of these people are very good actors, and and a lot of them have been put in movies that are. I think they're gonna go with based on the cast. They're gonna go with a comedy angle with this movie, and if the movie's funny, I think that's all that matters. Like I don't give a shit if Chris Pratt sounds like Mario, because Mario sounds like a nothing. Like he sounds like a mascot. That's all he is.
No, he sound like Italian. That's how he sound
No,
like.
he don't. No, he don't. Get the hell out of here. You stop it, Steve. Like I've never heard an Italian die the way that Mario dies in his movies. Like or in the game. Like get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, all that matters is if the movie's good. And I don't know if the movie's gonna be good, but it can't be worse than the Mario live action movie. And the reason why the live action movie was bad because they completely all they did was put the characters in the game and that was it. They created their own world, which made no sense. They and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. They were dependent on the star power of the movie for it to be good, and it didn't work. At least as long if you have this, if they have this, if it's live action, but yet each character put their own spin on it on the character, then I'm cool with it. Then I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Like it don't have because at the end of the day, like, no, like look, have you ever heard Donkey Kong speak? I haven't.
Donkey Kong?
Yeah,
Um, no, you only hear him, scream and yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's
But
what
he's
a lot of these characters are very one dimensional characters. They're just cartoon. They're just cartoons. That's it. That's all they are.
okay. Okay. That's fine. If you're talking about look, if you're talking about character, let me just name a couple of characters. Then we'll move on. If you talk about characters like Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Kirby, Crash, characters that really mainly didn't speak at all. I could understand your point. I could understand your point when it comes to a Donkey Kong or Kirby, but we heard how Mario sound like. We heard how Peach sound like. We know how Luigi sound like. So if it doesn't match, we there's automatically going to be to some degree some type of a disconnect between the viewer to with the characters. It's
But
automatically going to happen. Look,
but
look,
the
look, 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 let me give you this one quick example. I don't know if you saw the live action Lion King movie.
mhm,
Now, some of the characters they kept some of the cast. I think they kept Mufasa, and I think they kept somebody else. I forgot
mhm.
who the other person was. But the problem with the movie was that the lion and lionesses and hyenas, there was absolutely no emotion, because you can't, because since it's like a nearly like a live action, animal movie, kingdom
Mhm.
movie, there was automatically a disconnect, because you didn't see any type of emotion in the live action Lion King movie than you would in the cartoon one. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
this type of stuff matters. So even if when you talk about the script, or the execution was good, it didn't matter, because you couldn't connect with the characters. So I worry that the exact same thing is going to happen with this Mario movie. That there's automatically going to be a disconnect, and you're automatically going to dismiss the movie, because this is not a real, person that's playing as Mario or Luigi or whoever. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
but the problem is, yeah, but the problem is you have real people playing fake characters and characters that have not been okay. Like let me give you an example. Uncharted, the Uncharted movie, right? The reason why there's a high expectation for that movie, for that movie, is because we know how Drake is supposed to sound like. We know how Drake is supposed to act like.
Yeah.
We know his mannerisms. Like outside of jumping and using power up, what else does Mario what does Mario have?
You said other than jumping, and what else?
Jumping and using power up. What else does Mario have? What is special? What is unique about his character?
Well, he
No,
obviously, you know, well,
nothing.
well,
That's
go ahead.
nothing, Steve. Nothing. Nothing. He's a mascot. That's all he is. And
Yeah,
unless they're going, and I think I do remember there was a Mario cartoon back in the day.
yeah, yeah. They had a Mario
Unless,
cartoon.
yeah, unless they're going to harken back to that, you don't really have much of a reference to how Mario is. So,
Well, even
so
even in that cartoon, that wasn't the same. That wasn't the same cast. The one whoever that voices Mario in the video games, he didn't do that with the
well,
cartoon.
obviously not. But but ultimately, my thing is that you don't really have a reference point to who Mario is. So, have the director have free reign to create a version of Mario that is, more than one dimension, more than one dimensional. And if Chris Pratt is the guy to bring that to life, then I'm fine with it. Then I'm fine with it. But the only way, to me, the only way a Mario movie is gonna work is if they do it the way that they're doing it right now.
Mm,
But like you said, we have to see how the animation is gonna look. We have because we have to see all that. But yeah, I'm okay. Like I do think that this movie is going to be. It's not going to be traditional. I think it's going to be something where they're gonna let the characters ad lib who some of these characters are, because a lot of these characters are just simply one dimensional characters.
I mean, yeah, I agree with the one dimensional part, but again, I'm going to say this one more time. We still recognize how these characters sound like. And I just worry that once again, there's going to be some type of disconnect. Maybe not with everybody, but with some people, because they recognize how how Mario's supposed to sound like. I mean, and I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, the difference between Mario and Sonic was that Sonic had a lot of dialogue in his games and in
Well, at
his
least some of his later games, yeah,
yeah, in his later games, yeah, not
yeah,
the classic ones, but
yeah.
in his later games, and in his cartoons, and obviously the movie.
Hmm.
But 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 again, when it comes to Mario, we still have some type of uh uh well, what's the word, like we still
Reference point.
yeah, we still have, because again, if it was Donkey Kong, Kirby, I get it. But we know how Mario sound like. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they're taking I think they're taking a risk, and I'm still going to try to go with a with an open mind. and I'm going to watch the movie once it comes out. I'm going to give it a try. So I just hope it turns out to be good. If they can make a really good Sonic movie, and I know it's different because it's live action. I really do hope they pull this one off because I'm actually am proud and looking forward for the next Sonic movies, and I don't want this Mario movie to disappoint me. So
Yeah, and are you still insist? And then okay, obviously this is the end of the topic, but are you still insistent that you're gonna watch the Sonic movie in the theater?
the Sonic movie or the Mario
Hmm.
movie?
The Sonic one,
Yeah, I'm gonna
the
watch
new
it in
one.
theater. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it in theaters because I saw the first one in theaters, and and um I don't see what the issue is. What's the issue?
I mean, no, nothing. I just feel like you're just too old school when it comes to that type of stuff. If it's available on stream, I'd rather watch it on stream.
Wait, okay, okay. Oh man, I really don't want to go off. Okay, look, I haven't know. When it comes to movies, I said this to so many people. The reason why movie theaters are still relevant till this day is because we still want to be immersed. That still counts. And even if you don't want to count that, there's still a lot of people, whether if it's you going with your boys, whether if it's a girls' night out, or a lot of people view it as a romantic setting. So
I just feel like you
so
can do all that better in your house.
no, it's still a romantic setting, especially when you go to the high end movies like a Cine Bistro or iPick, when
The
you could
fuck?
take it with
Oh, okay, never mind.
what's wrong.
No, I thought you said something weird. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, like Cine Bistro, I pick where it's more of a high class, fancy, experience. All that stuff still counts. But for me, the most important thing for me is I want to be immersed. I want to be on the full screen, have the experience, being, with my homies, or with a couple or with my family, eating popcorn, eating junk food, and watching it on the big screen. That you will never be able to duplicate that at the house. I don't care how big your TV screen is. I don't care if you have a 70, 80-inch TV or 55-inch TV or the TV that you have. I think you have 55 or 60. I
Mm.
can't remember the size.
That's fine, but to me, I just feel like the convenience of not having to drive there, the convenience of not having to buy overpriced popcorn, the convenience of not having to deal with strangers, and the convenience of having the movie right there in your hands is a better experience, at least for me. But anyways, Nintendo Gamer
All right.
says hi. I should have been on earlier. The guy is right about movies. So yeah, you got someone who agree with you on the movie
Oh
on
snap.
movies.
Crap. Let me get off. Let me get off here right quick. I wanna
You
hey
do
Matt.
realize you can access the chat by just putting comments, typing comments on the side. You see, it's right there. You can see it. Oh, great! Now he's off again. Um, something must have happened to him. Yeah, I'll wait for him to come back. But okay, there you go.
Yeah, my bad, my
Okay.
bad. I'm sorry about that. No. Remember, when I was sharing the the video footage on Nintendo Direct,
Mhm.
I couldn't. I remember I couldn't see anything. I
Okay, all
can't.
right, all right, that's fine, that's fine.
Oh snap!
Um,
I'm back online with the
yeah, with
video.
the
Oh
camera,
okay,
with the
with the
camera.
camera. Oh okay.
Yeah.
All right, all
Okay.
right. What here? Let me see. What he said? Hi, I should have been on Earth. The guy is right about. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Nintendo Gamer. What I'm trying to explain to Hoovy 186 over here, which I'm pretty much wasting my time. Trust me, it's a colossal waste of time even explaining this because this guy doesn't like movie theaters at all. He doesn't like to partake in any, regardless of what the movie is. He doesn't want to partake, so we go without him. That's just how it is. But for me, I like to be immersed. You know what I'm saying? So when the new movie is out, I don't want to watch it at home. There's the hype, there's the excitement. Come on, homie. I will be like, yo, Nintendo Gamer, the Venom movie is out. Let's go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
And
a much more better feeling and a much more
and
better experience going to the movie theater,
and it
especially
feels better. It feels better saying that you can do that right here, right now. I can watch it right now.
that's
Uh,
fine. That's fine. Like, look, I understand the convenience,
Hmm.
but I would have a much better experience taking, if my girlfriend, or having the guys night out, or just going with the family. We're all eating popcorn. We're all talking crap. We're all enjoying ourselves and watching it on the big screen. That's what more is what more important to me. Not staying at home, because everybody can stay at home every day. I'm home all the time. Why in the world am I going to do that when it's time for a big movie to watch? I'm not doing that.
I mean, as long as all right, whatever. Go ahead. Go to your other topic.
Yeah, and you saw the Splatoon. Look, I haven't played Splatoon, and to be quite honest with you, I heard good stuff about it. The reviews don't look bad to me.
Hmm.
Um, the thing is, Splatoon is just one of the. Have you ever experienced where there's a game that you do want to play, there's a game that you do want to try, but you just haven't gone up to playing it? Because I think you did that with The Last of Us, that with the first one. I don't think you played it before, have you?
I have played it.
Oh, okay, it took you long enough.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if you understand my point, but
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I'm pretty sure there's games that you look back and you said that, what, I probably should have given this game a try.
Yeah,
And that's how I feel about Splatoon. So I really want.
I feel that way about the Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, dude, the Sega Dreamcast was my biggest regret.
Yeah.
My biggest regret of not actually playing. Of owning, that console. I mean, bro, dude, the memories that you and I had. It was me, you, Jerry, and Chen.
Hmm.
I shouldn't say their names, but
That's fine. They don't
uh,
know who they are. That's fine.
yeah, bro. Like those were like one of the best moments. Like we went there several. Like I remember it was just me, Jerry, and Chen at the time. And I said to myself, dude, I had to invite you so you could, and I knew you was gonna have a good time, and you did.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, oh my god, like I
yeah. The
had
first
to
time
invite you
it
over.
was the first time I played Mark of the Mark of the Wolves, which was the successor to Fatal Fury. Fucking offside. Anyways, obviously Capcom versus SNK 2.
Hmm.
Um, Third Strike. I think that was the first time we played Third Strike was over there. And the 3D Rival Schools game.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget about Power Stone.
Yeah, and Power Stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So go ahead with your topic
So yeah,
because
so
you're about to bring the mood down. So
yeah, so and the last but not least, we finally reached the end. Um, I guess we missed it. All right, this game, I do want to watch this game. Play this game.
what
Can you
game?
see it?
No.
Okay. Okay. Let me do this real quick. This is the last game, so don't worry. Righty. Can you see it now?
Hold on. Where is it?
You don't see it yet?
That's it.
Oh, okay. This is the game I want to play. And look, I'm not a big hack and slash type of guy. Like the only hack and slash games I was always that only interest me was the God of War and the Dante Inferno. That's it.
Hmm.
Those are really the only hack and slash games. I was never interested. I was never a Ninja Gaiden fan. I was never a Devil May Cry type of guy. So I really was never interested in hack and slash games.
Hmm.
But this game here, I want to give this one a try because I didn't give the first one a try.
What about the second one?
Dude, I didn't even know they had a second one.
Then why the hell do you want to try out a game that you never even played?
I want to try it. That's why I said I want to try it. I think Bayonetta. She's not as a cool as character in my opinion. Than what's his name? Dante from Devil May Cry. I think that's his name.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think so. But
No, okay. Because I was talking to Nintendo Gamer about this, and I do think they did change her look.
Like she's a little skinnier, right? Is that
Not
what you mean?
skinnier. I think she looks
More,
older.
more, she looks more petite. Oh, older?
Yeah, I think she looks older.
Um, you think that's bad?
No, it's fine. Like, I mean, listen, I don't give a shit about this game, so it doesn't matter to me.
Why? Because
Cause I don't.
it's for Nintendo, isn't it? Because it's
No,
for
dude,
Nintendo.
I didn't care about the game when it was on PlayStation.
I don't know if I buy that, but okay.
All right, I never. Have you ever heard me talk about Bayonetta?
What happened?
Have you ever heard me talk about Bayonetta?
No.
All right, then obviously I don't care about it.
Oh, don't forget. I was also a fan of the Metal Gear Ryzen when you
Hmm.
play as Raiden. That was somewhat of a hack and slash, but yeah, those are it. Now this one, I'm gonna try this. I really wanna give this a try. My brother keeps talking about it, and he feels like the game is good. So do I think it's worth a try? Yes.
I
It's
mean,
not. It's not. It's not. It's not the biggest game I'm looking forward to. But am I willing to give it a try? Yes.
but there's two other games that you could easily have played already.
Oh, when I get a chance, I'll play them.
All right,
Yeah.
all right,
So
all right,
all
good.
right. So overall, do I think Nintendo Direct was a good show? Yeah, it was fine, but I just want the 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 classic way of everything going on E3. That's what I want. But that's another topic for another day. But that's what I want, and I hopefully um E3 will come back, because if they do, I'm actually going, and then hopefully you, maybe Nintendo gamer, Randy, whoever else could partake if they actually do one. So
All
anyway,
right.
what's your overall thoughts?
I mean, I didn't watch the show, but like based on everything that I talked about for the last couple of days, I mean, it's a Nintendo Direct. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the controllers pricing. I just have a problem with the online infrastructure that they're pulling off.
The online infrastructure, right?
Yeah, and the
Okay.
idea and the idea that you're essentially charging more for Sega Genesis games than you are for Super Nintendo games, that don't make no sense to me.
Yeah.
Having multiple tiers for an online system that's no good makes no sense to me. So, all right, that's it. But anyway, let's get to your topic. Let's make this quick.
Look, if you want to save the next topic for another day, I'm
No, no,
okay with
no,
that.
no. It's fine. It's fine. You teased it poorly on our last podcast, so you might as well talk about it now.
All right. So, all right, you're asking for it. We might go for another 2 hours. All right. So let me get out of here, because we are done with the first topic. So let me get out of here, and let's go to the next topic. And let me pause this thing. And this is the next topic. So the Black National Anthem makes its debut at the NFL. This is the next topic that I wanted to talk about, and
Mhm.
this is what I wanted to address. Well, before I give my opinion, I had a question when I first read about this, and the question was, maybe you might know the answer, but I don't.
Mhm.
Who asked for this? Who asked for this? Like who asked to have two anthems on an NFL game? I know. I know for a fact that this probably had caught so many people, including a lot of African Americans, off guard. I guarantee a lot of people was perplexed about this, because like who asked it? Who said that we needed another national anthem, but that exclusively for blacks? We don't need this. And I honestly believe, you're gonna disagree with me, but I honestly believe that the NFL is it
Fucking assholes.
I knew this was going to offend you, but if it
No, I'm
offends
I'm,
you,
I'm not offended by it.
you just said I'm an a hole.
I didn't call you an asshole. I called the Hurricane defense an asshole.
Dude, focus. Okay, look, the um the Dallas Cowboys and Tampa Bay Buccaneers kick off professional American football first game of the season. But before they did, fans heard something a little different. It started as a song to celebrate the president who what's that word?
I can't read it.
All right, forget it. America's slaves. Its
Mhm.
writer thought a little about it afterwards, but it took on life of its own. Now, lift every voice and sing. A ballad widely known today as the U.S. Black National Anthem has been played at the opening game of the National Football League NFL 2021 season. Now, this is what I was trying to say. I don't want to read the whole entire thing. Will
Mhm.
take forever to read the whole entire thing. But I just wanted, to give a quick, reading of, what's been going on. And for me, having two national anthems, in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion, creates more of a division than union.
Can I address that real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. So only black people can sing that national anthem.
I have no idea, but
The answer is no. Anybody can acknowledge that national anthem, just like anybody can acknowledge Black History Month. Just because you're celebrating one race doesn't mean that all races don't can celebrate it. Right? Just because the Black national anthem is created for to empower Black people doesn't mean that white people have to be offended by it, or Black conservatives have to be offended by it.
it's not that it's not about offending anybody. It's
If it
that
was if it wasn't if it
it's not
wasn't
needed.
about offending anybody, you would not have a problem with it. This
No,
would not be a topic.
no, it would be. It's Yes, it is because it's not needed. We
Why
don't
is it
need
not
it
needed?
because we already have a national anthem that talks about
That was
unity.
created. That was created by white people.
Who cares who is? If somebody had to create it, it had to be created by somebody.
So
You know,
so so you so you're so you're so you're
why does
so
the
you're
race matter?
okay. So
Why
you're
does the race
okay
matter?
because Steven, come on, Steve, like come on, man, come on. When was the national anthem created? What year?
Or what year? Oh, I don't know what year it was.
All right. So and you're telling me that national anthem was made for everybody.
It was made for everybody.
When you had slavery and you had pretty much anybody, the only people who mattered back then were white people. But yet you think that national anthem was meant for everybody.
When the you have to remember this is the problem that you have that I've noticed about you, and a lot of people from the left do this. You guys always constantly focus on the bad stuff that happened in history. But what about what about okay, this guy's laughing. Now, when you're done laughing, I'll continue.
Oh my God! Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
you guys are always constantly focusing on Jim Crow, slavery. That will always constantly put you in a victim mentality. Always. Because you're constantly focusing on the bad, but yet you and like everybody else refuse to focus on the good and the progression that we have made throughout all the years. The founding fathers who wrote, the Constitution, their plan was to abolish slavery. And I don't want to, and I don't want to, and I don't want to hear. All right, go ahead.
Oh my God! Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You're gonna keep laughing. So you said you obviously find this funny. So
Oh my God!
you go ahead. You go ahead.
The founding fathers' main goal was to abolish slavery. When were they going to actually do it?
It was obviously accomplished.
Because they obviously they envisioned Abraham Lincoln doing it 100 years later, right? They envisioned that, right? Like okay. I don't know where to begin because I don't want to get too carried away because I don't want this to last 2 hours.
Well, you the one that brought this up. I was just talking about the whole protest, but go ahead.
No, you said all this stupid shit and I had to reply to it.
All right, fine, go ahead.
Okay, like for one, if their goal was to abolish slavery, why didn't they actually do it?
They did it. What are you talking about?
No shit, they didn't. No shit. So don't tell me, oh, their intentions were to do this when they actually never did it. Number one. Number two, the reason why history needs to be acknowledged, the good and the bad. The good and the bad. You can't, you see what white people do. White people and black conservatives do. They nit and pick history so that they can absorb them. I do agree, and I will say this: there are too many African Americans in this country that use history as a crutch.
Like you do.
I don't do that. I acknowledge I acknowledge history, but you can't use that as a disadvantage for you. You can't do it. You can't do it. And I know there are definitely some African American that do it, but that doesn't mean that history. But you saying, "Oh, we only concentrate on the bad." No, my guy, that's history. That's history. Period. The only reason why we have Black History Month is because it's supposed to be a make good for the 400 years of slavery / segregation that went on in this country. That's why it exists. So for you to sit here and say, "Oh, we only concentrate on the bad," Steve, that's the history. You talk about the good and the bad.
You don't talk about the good. That's the difference. You don't talk about the good. You only want to talk about the bad. That's the problem that you have, and all these other people have. You never want to talk about the good. You just sit here and laugh twice when I told you that we don't even have slavery anymore.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
All the stuff that's been going on in the past. I don't care what it was, whatever it was, slavery, Jim Crow laws, all that stuff is abolished.
So we're not supposed to talk about it.
No,
so we're not supposed to talk about it, and we're not supposed to acknowledge the residual effects of that.
What I'm talking about is
answer my question. Answer my question.
I am answering your question. The answer is we had moved on and we all had passed that.
Okay. Let me ask you a question because I'm going to put you in a box right now. Are you for affirmative action?
Affirmative action is for Black people.
Are you for it? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you know why we have affirmative action, right?
Okay, you tell me why.
Because of our history, of America's racist history, why we have affirmative action. That's why. That's why the NFL. I forgot what the NFL what's the NFL the Rooney Rule. That's why the Rooney Rule exists. Because of our history.
Oh my gosh! All right. Stop. You went off on me about this on when we were on that WhatsApp chat. You went off on me, and I can't remember if you cursed me out or whatever. But you kept on saying that, you don't trust my sources. I'm talking a bunch of crap. Let me ask you a question. I need to ask you a question, and let's see if you could honestly answer with truthfully, or if you're just going to lie to me. When it's the NFL, how many Black NFL players do we have? Do you know the percentage?
No, but it's well over 50.
It's well over 50. It's
yes.
I think it's like 61 or something like that percent.
It's probably higher than that, but go ahead.
Okay, but either way, it's a higher percentage. It's a very high percentage. Mm-hmm. Now, all these Black people who are in the NFL are making not thousands of dollars; they're making millions of dollars. Do you agree with that?
How many? That could be 61%.
Millions of dollars we're talking about.
That could be 61%, maybe.
We're not talking about
even lower.
We're not talking about practice squad.
Remember, no. Because you have to remember, like per capita, I think NFL players make the lowest because of the amount of people that's in the league. Not everyone's a millionaire on there, but I get what you're saying.
Okay, a lot of them are making millions of dollars.
That now you're overreaching.
They're making millions of dollars. They're
Now
making
you're
like even even the um who do you call it? I'm not talking about just the quarterbacks, the wide receivers, even like safeties, linebackers. They're all making money. They're making decent money,
yeah
millions of dollars.
yeah.
Name me. There was one statement I want to say, but before you get offended, let me just ask you the question. Name me another institution besides the NFL where so many black people could make millions of dollars. Give
The
me one.
NBA,
But they don't have a higher percentage than the NFL though.
because they have more
They-
players,
exactly.
they
There's
have
more
more
players. It
players.
means
But
that
but
gives
but
more
but
hold on.
but no
The
no no.
NFL is giving more black
This is more
people
important. This is more important.
more
Where it
opportunities
look, stop
by
stop stop stop
default
stop stop
because
stop
of the
stop
large
stop
roster,
stop stop stop
because of the bigger
stop
roster.
stop. One, every NBA, the vast majority of NBA players' contracts are guaranteed. Are guaranteed. You can't say that about football players. They can sign a dude to a big contract and then cut him the next year to save money. Okay. Two, it's based surely on numbers. If the NFL has more quote black millionaires, it's only because it's only because of the size of the rosters. That's it.
So what?
What do you mean? So what?
That still brings opportunity for them. Yes or no?
Yeah, if they don't get hurt.
Okay.
If they
Okay.
don't get hurt, because
That proves my
you also
point.
have to remember. No. Because you also have to remember the average NFL career is 3 years. It's 3 years, and then let's say if you constantly
No,
get
it
hurt,
goes by position. It goes by position.
the average NFL career is 3 years, right?
I don't think so.
The
But okay.
average, and yeah, I read it. I read it. The average NFL career is 3 years, and let's say you don't get that $1 million payday. Now where are you? You have to depend on your other stuff, or playing in the Canadian league or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I don't know where you're getting at with this, but we're going off topic.
Wait, yeah, I already told you that's what we're going to do, but you
Okay,
kept on.
no,
You
no,
wanted to
no,
go
no,
way
no, no,
back in history,
no, because
which is fine. Well,
no, because my overall point, when it comes to the Black National Anthem, is that it don't it just because it's for black people doesn't mean that it's only for black people. And I've heard the song. It's actually a beautiful song, just like the regular national anthem is. But if they're gonna add two national anthems, then again, I don't it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. But it's not done to create division. It's not. The only people who look at it as division are people who don't want it in the first place.
listen, listen. The national anthem, the U.S. flag, is one of the best symbols that we have that represents unity. There is no other symbol out there that we could go by that says that yes, this is what we need to represent us, the people as a whole. There isn't any.
So
The
is that is, wait
the
is it what
US,
is it what it represented back in the day, or is it what it
you
represents now?
keep interrupting me.
No.
But
I'm asking you a
the,
question. Is it what it represents now, or is it what the founding father represented back in the day? Because at the end, as far as I'm concerned, that's not what their intentions were back in the day. It wasn't.
the Constitution was guaranteed
All
rights
right,
for all Americans.
but it was that,
Having
but
them,
it didn't. But it didn't.
they were in the process of getting rid of that.
Stop that garbage, Steve. Stop it.
It's the fact.
Stop it. Stop it. If
Stop
it
what?
if they didn't do it when they had the chance, then it wasn't their intention. It's
What are you
not their
talking about?
intention. If they didn't change the laws back then, it wasn't their intention.
Listen. When who was the guy? Who was the guy? Man, I really want to just go back to the main issue, but
It would no. The main issue is that you want everyone, including black people, to follow the anthem that was created by white people. That's the issue. That's my issue with what you're saying. And to me, I'm not like I like the national anthem. I do.
Sure, you do.
No, I do. But
Mhm.
the thing is that if they're gonna add a black one, I sort of fuck. Who cares? Who cares? And
Look,
and also it doesn't mean that white people can't celebrate it.
you
It don't
just
mean it
you
don't
you
mean it.
just you just you just you just you just belittled, the flag by saying, "Oh, white people created it. It was for
It
white
did.
people."
It like Steve. That's the history. It did. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the history hurts your feelings, but that's what the facts are. That's what it is. In your opinion on this, because I knew we were gonna talk about this, and I thought about it, and I'm like, you honestly want black people to fall in line with the white national anthem. That's essentially what you're saying.
What what would have been the problem, or what benefit do we get now that we have a black national anthem?
Who cares? Who cares? It
You
exists.
don't know, which
It
is means you don't
exists.
know. You
No,
don't
because
know.
no. But what benefit do we have with the actual national anthem?
Again, it's a
Because
symbol
you do because
for
the one thing that
freedom. It's a symbol for justice.
for
Okay,
who
for
for
everybody,
who
everybody, for
and
all
the
Americans.
and the black
This
and the black national anthem is it?
is
And the black national anthem is it? Is it?
this.
And the black national anthem is it? Answer the question.
No, I don't think so.
So what do you think the black national anthem represents?
It's basically, for African, Americans, for, basically for all the stuff, that they went through, and then, now we're in this new. I mean, I don't know, bro.
What do you mean you don't know?
No,
Like, come on, Steven, how do you
look,
not know?
look,
You
but
know,
look,
listen. It's right now. It's 9:26. You had you had this topic in hand for weeks. For weeks.
not really.
So yeah, you did.
It was,
Yeah,
it
you
was
did.
not, it hasn't even been a week.
Look. Stop with that. The thing. Here's the thing. It clearly bothers you. So if it bothers you, then say what bothers you about it. But don't sit there and say, "Oh, I don't know." No, it has to be something. It has to be something. Don't just sit there and say, "Oh, I don't know," because if you don't know, then this would not be a topic. This wouldn't be an issue. My question is, what is it about the black national anthem that's offensive?
I never
Because
said it. I never said it was offensive. Now you're just putting words in my mouth. I never said it was offensive. All I'm trying to say is that we have, an anthem that represents everybody already. But yet you keep going back and saying that, oh, but it was created by, by white people. Like, who cares?
no. The reason why I say that is because you have a problem with a black national anthem, and the conclusion that I came up with is that you want everyone who wants this black national anthem to fall in line with the white national anthem. Like, Steve, it is what
Haven't
it
haven't
is.
haven't we been doing that so many times for all these years, throughout
I mean,
all our lives?
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna tell you. Because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of African Americans who don't like this country,
And yet,
who don't.
but I guarantee you, they would rather stay here than move somewhere else.
That's true. Just like a lot of people who claim that the president that we have currently is a dictator, but won't leave their quote dictatorship country. Everyone on both sides do the same shit. My question is like the fact that when I say that the national anthem is created for white people, that's just a fact. It does it represent it now? No, it doesn't.
So
But
what's
the
the
fact, but
problem?
the thing, there is no problem. I don't have a problem with this. I don't have a problem with a white national anthem or a black national anthem.
There is no
But
such thing as a there's no such thing as a white national anthem. Cut the crap.
look, no, because okay, but there's a black national anthem, right? There, and then is there a problem with white people celebrating it also? There's a problem with white people singing the black national anthem either?
Now, I'm
Because
not saying
no, look, because when we talk about unity, right? We talk about unity. We talk about everyone being being one for everybody, right? Right? Whatever happened to your struggle is my struggle, right? Your pain is my pain. Your loss is my loss. All that shit disappears now because there's a black national anthem.
wait, is that a rhetorical question or are you
No,
asking me?
I'm asking you a question. If you believe that the actual national anthem is a rallying cry for unity for all Americans,
Injustice for all, yeah.
why can't the black national anthem be the same way? Why can't it? If your pain is my pain, if your loss is my loss, you've heard that phrase before, right?
Yeah, I heard it.
So why is it that a national anthem that signifies our
Why do you
pain?
why do you keep calling it white national anthem? Like what's up with you with that? Why are you calling it a white national anthem? So it's exclusively for whites?
Steve, stop, stop, stop,
No,
stop,
no, no,
stop.
no, no, no.
You know
Answer the
what
question.
you
Is
know what I'm
is
saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
is the national anthem exclusively for white people?
No, it's not. But it was. But your point. Your
Now I
point.
want to laugh, but
No,
out of
no, no, no,
respect,
no. Your point.
out of
Your
respect,
point.
I'm not going to.
No, no. Your point. No, your
Here's
overall
here.
point is that the black national anthem is not needed because we have a national anthem for unity. So you're essentially saying that the black national anthem is not needed because the white people already made a national anthem for all of us. That's what you're saying. But the problem is that based on the history of this country, based on everything that was put behind those words, that's not the case. If you do the history on that national anthem, it wasn't meant for us. It wasn't based on our status in this country at the time, and just based on reality. But you're saying that we don't need this national anthem because they already made one for us. So you essentially want black people to fall in line when you put everything, like, again. I'm sure you don't mean it that way. I'm sure you don't mean it that way, but that's how it comes off. It just does. It comes off that way. So do you
Uh,
have anything else to say?
yeah.
I'll give you the last word, and then I'm done because I do want to watch the rest of this game.
Listen. We have a national anthem that represents unity already.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of who created it, regardless, of the race,
Okay, yeah,
it represents all people. And
yeah,
and let
yeah.
me okay. Did you know when the because you keep talking crap about the flag, saying it's for white people, you talking about the Constitution and all this and all this other stuff, all this negative feedback that I'm getting from you.
Mm-hmm.
When the Constitution was created, you know how much progress there was after the Constitutional Convention. We had nearly about 9 to 10 states out of 13 that abolished slavery once that thing was created. Well, you know what that's called? That's called progression. That's called moving on. You have to remember that slavery was something that was universal throughout the world. If you read the Bible, you will see that slavery happened back then. It was universal. That's a fact.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a lot of people became slaves because either whether if you want to call it racism, discrimination, a lot of it was voluntary because people didn't have anything, so they would go to these rich families because they would provide them food, they would provide them shelter, all that other stuff. A lot of it was voluntary, and but yet you have to understand that was the standard back then. It was. And matter of fact, currently we have people who are living as slaves right now, and unfortunately, it's very sad, that this happened. But back then, even before, before slavery had happened in the United States, that stuff was universal throughout the world already. And here's my second point, because again, I don't know if you knew that, because you keep saying, oh well, these people had slaves, and you were here laughing at my face, but yet failed to realize that when the Constitution was actually put in place, 9 out of the 13 states said no more. Slavery is done. Okay? That's us moving on. That's us getting better. We're not perfect, but yet we are still making improvements. We are fixing the rules to make sure that everybody has opportunity, to make sure that everybody has the freedom of liberty and the freedom to pursue happiness. And that's what we have right now. And that's what the flag and the anthem represents. And I want to mention this one last and final thing, and then we'll be done. When you look at people like Martin Luther King, when you look at people like Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, and a lot of people love to mention Muhammad Ali. To me, I love. I don't know if you heard this guy named Jesse Owens. You heard of him?
Yeah, isn't he the one that did the fist in the air?
No, he was the the one of the most famous track and field Olympian. Um, he
In
he he
the
he like you can look him up right now. He was like one of the people really admired him a lot because of his amazing talents, but people viewed him as a hero and all this other stuff. That's besides the point. When you talk about a lot of these famous people, especially when you talk about guys like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, when they were going through whatever it's unfairness, discrimination, and I think I mentioned this to you in the chat a while back. Did they say that, oh, we want a black national anthem? Did they say that we want a black flag to represent us? Did they say any of that? No, they did not. You know what flag
you
that
know
they
that you know
hold
that
on,
for a fact.
and I'm gonna
Did
tell
you
you.
ask them?
Let me finish. Let me finish. Do you want to know what flag that they use during their protest?
I think they used the the United States flag.
You see this picture?
Yeah, the United States flag.
They use the United States flag.
Yeah, you want to
Not
know
hold on,
why?
hold on. Let me
You want
finish.
to know why? And
I
I'm already gonna destroy your time.
hold on,
I'm
hold
already
on, hold
gonna
on, hold on,
destroy
hold
your
on.
point. But go ahead, do your thing.
They
Do your thing.
they represented the United States flag. Why? Because they're trying to show everybody and put on display that we are also Americans. We may be black, but we also have the right for freedom, liberty, and that the Constitution also applies to us, not just you all, not just the white people. It also applies to
The
us.
people who had all the
So
power,
that's
the people who had all the power,
which
the people
means
who had all the stroke,
which
the people
means
who made all the rules.
let me finish. Which means there was no reason to bring anything else in that situation. The United States flag was the best thing for the for all the African Americans to use to show everybody else that we are Americans too.
Can I? All right, are you done? I'm gonna destroy your point right now. All right. Do you honestly believe that if, let's say for example, if that was Malcolm X, right, and not Martin Luther King, right? If he, because you remember, Malcolm X was more, um, how do you say, or I forgot how to pronounce the word, authoritative with his stance on how black people should do things as opposed to Martin Luther King. If he had chosen Malcolm X's stance, right? You know what would happen to him? He would have been shot a long time ago. Shot a lot sooner than he actually did. Than he actually was. Right? Martin Luther King was a peaceful man who realized that
U.S. flag,
the yeah, that's
U.S.
fine.
flags,
That's fine.
unionize. You see that?
That's
Unionize,
fine. That's fine.
unionize.
That's fine.
You use the
That's fine.
flag, the U.S.
That's fine.
flag, to do
That's
that.
fine. Because
Go ahead.
he had to convince all the people who created the laws, that their laws did not apply to them. Did it apply to us back in the day? No, it didn't. It didn't apply to us. And he, through peace, decided, you know what, we like to tell them peacefully that, hey, these laws apply to us too. These freedoms should apply to us too, right? This is like people did the same thing when it comes to the women, that are these laws should apply to us as well, right? If he had done it Malcolm X's way, he would have been dead a lot sooner than he actually did die. He chose peace and still got shot. But at the end of the day, he knew that he had to go about it in a peaceful way. Because where else were we gonna go? They weren't gonna we can't go back. We're not gonna go to Canada. We weren't gonna go to Mexico. If at the end of the day, he knew that if there was peace that was going to be made, it had to be done through peace, not
Peaceful
force.
protest. Yes, peaceful protest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he still got shot, and he still died. But at the end of the day, I don't care what they asked for. Like at the end of the day, I don't care if they asked for a national anthem or a black entertainment television network or whatever the hell. I don't care what they asked for. At the end of the day, he accomplished his goal. He accomplished his goal, so that you have people can create a national anthem if they wanted to for black people. But that doesn't. But just because it's for black people doesn't mean that no one understand. Because if you feel this way about the national anthem, we might as well just abolish Black History Month altogether.
Well,
We might as well just abolish Black History Month. Why
the
why why should black people have a month? They have all the months. They have January. They can have March. They can have April. They can have May. They can have June. Like why just regulate it to a month?
the whole problem that I have with I don't want to go too much into it. The only problem that I have with Black History Month is that February is really the shortest month, by the way.
Okay,
Is the only month that we have to where we could actually celebrate these people before us.
that's not
I
technically true.
I
You can
I
celebrate
would
you
I would
you can
prefer that the schools, colleges, universities, or whoever focus on that throughout the whole entire year,
why
not this
why
February.
why
Because let me tell you why. A lot of the kids, especially now with all this crap that's going on with schools, a lot of the kids, they would know about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, and that's it. That's the problem, because you have the shortest month, and if you're only going to concentrate on one month, they won't be able to know anybody else.
but ba-
They,
but
they won't
based
they
on
won't know they won't know anything about great guys like Jackie Robinson or Jesse Owens. Like
but ba-
they won't know anybody
but
else
Steve
besides the original three.
but Steve
Hey, haven't you noticed, even the time when we were in school, all they I mean, at least from my knowledge, maybe you can refresh my memory, but
all right.
even the thought when we were in school, and it happens now, the only thing that people are able to learn is Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks. That's it. You will be
Steve,
able to learn more if this was being taught throughout the whole entire year, just like the rest of U.S. history.
but Steve, based on your logic, like there really shouldn't be a Black History Month. Because you saying that we shouldn't have a Black national anthem. Why should we have a Black History Month?
Well, I just explained to you how I feel about the whole Black History Month. I the the
I didn't
problem.
download anything. It should have been. It should still be. Hold on, Steve. It should already still be. It should already be there. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, yeah. So the issue that I have with Black History Month, I think it doesn't give students, whether if it's public schools, private school, or colleges, universities, I don't think it gives them the opportunity to learn all the other heroic historical people other than King and Malcolm, and that's not good.
All right,
I think you can agree that you would like let's say you have kids, you would like for them to know everybody, not just Dr. King.
all right, but Stephen, like you're against a national anthem celebrating celebrating these same people. So why are you so pro Black History Month? Because like you said, it should be celebrated every month, right?
Well, it should, yeah. Yeah,
Or or in some cases maybe it might not even be celebrated at all. But whatever.
no, but I just think um it should be include. I just think when it comes to Black history, should be included with all the history, what's the word, curriculum. I think it should just be included in all of that, so that way people will be able to get the full history of what happened,
So
African
so
Americans.
so so
But
if
you're not
if
you're
so
not you're not going to get the opportunity if it's just for 1 month.
if they wanted to do a study on the Black national anthem, would you have a problem with that?
What you talking about in school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Talk about it.
Then why do you have a problem with it being played in stadiums?
There's a difference between something being taught and then something being in an anthem. But but at,
Uh,
at, but at the end of the day, um, I believe that having one, is good enough. And plus you didn't debunk my point. I was actually waiting for you to debunk my point when it
what
come
point?
when I said that when they were protesting, they were using the U.S. flag. They didn't use no Black Matters flag or whatever other flag
What?
that
Oh,
you like
back
to
in the
talk about.
'60s?
They didn't have that. They said that they are going to use the U.S. flag is
I
because
I already
the
told you
U.S. flag
why. I
you was
explained it to
used for
you.
unity.
I explained it to you. I already did. I already explained it to you. What else were they going to use? Seriously, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, they didn't have a choice. Where else were they going to go? The goal was to show off the hypocrisy of their laws in a peaceful manner. That's why they used the United States flag, because that flag, based on their words, were supposed to represent everybody.
And that's
But
how
the
it's
law,
supposed to
but
be
the
used.
laws, but the laws did not reflect that. Now, did it?
No, I already mentioned about Jim
Okay,
Crow
okay. That's my point.
and segregation and all the other stuff. Yeah,
That's my point. They used it as a way to contradict their laws in a peaceful manner.
exactly. You're helping my point.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Because
No, I'm not.
that is what the U.S. flag is for now. It's
And
it,
and,
it,
and,
it,
and,
it,
and who
it,
and
it,
who
it,
and,
need- it
and
needs to be used.
who
Hold
and
on.
who the one that established that? Who established that?
What do you mean? Who
Who
established
who
it?
who established that? The founding fathers or Martin Luther King?
Oh, dude, like, look, I already,
No, no,
already, already,
you know the
already,
answer. End the
already,
podcast. You know
already,
the answer. End the podcast.
I already
End the
explained that
podcast.
to you. I already told you that
End the
that they
podcast.
that they ended
End the
slavery
podcast.
and
You
all
know
that
you
other
know
stuff.
you know exactly
They
what I'm saying
already,
too.
they
End the podcast.
already, they
End the podcast.
already were
End the
at the
podcast.
process of
End the
because
podcast.
again, I already debunked you when I said that this was something
End the podcast. End the
that this
podcast.
happened,
End the podcast.
universal. I already said that to you. I
End the
already said
podcast.
to you that they use laws,
Steve, end the
rules
podcast, man.
to progress and
End the
to fix the
podcast.
rules, which is why the rules are
End the
fixed
podcast.
now. And because the
End the podcast.
rules are fixed now,
End the podcast, man.
we should use the U.S. flag. And look,
End the podcast.
and look, dude, stop saying that. All I'm trying to say is that we constantly need unity in this country. Not black versus white, not rich versus poor. not man
And
versus
that's what the black national anthem is to you. That's what the black national
not
anthem is to you.
not 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 not
That's what the black national anthem is to you. Answer the question.
not male versus female,
All right, whatever.
not rich versus
In the
poor,
podcast.
and not black versus white.
In
Oh,
the podcast.
and especially, you know, citizens versus police officers.
In,
All this,
in the in the
all
podcast.
this, you know, mumbo jumbo stuff.
In the podcast.
All this mumbo jumbo stuff. All this
It,
is going to do is create more division in this country. We don't need that.
yeah, okay.
We don't
And
need
in the
that.
in the podcast. In the podcast.
All right, I'm gonna end it because you're starting to annoy me with
Have a good day, everybody. It's Hoopy 186. Have a good day. Say do your exit.
Let me see. Let me let me stop this screen. Yeah, clearly, you know, this guy is obviously being annoyed. He's you know, with this, which is fine. At the end of the day, everybody, we should definitely love this country. And, you know, the more hate that we continue to spread, then hey, we're just gonna continue to be divided. There should only be one national anthem, in my opinion, that represents unity, that represents all people, represents justice for all under God. And I think if everybody, you know, would just submit to that, everything would be fine. Everything will be fine.
Are you done? Are you done? I'm done.
So,
have a
yeah.
good bye, everybody. You done? You have anything else to say?
No, you've been disrespectful the whole podcast. So just finish. Just exit.
All right, bye, everybody.